Just a quick message to let you know that I am a trained fitness professional with over 10 years experience. If you do decide to participate in any of these workouts, myself or the HFLmentor brand will not be responsible for any injuries that may occur as a result of your participation within this workout. You do so at your own risk. Any questions or concerns that you may have before participating in this workout, please let me know in the comment section below this video. That's all from me. Take care and enjoy the workout. What's happening, guys? It is time to train shoulders. I love training shoulders. It is my favorite muscle group to train. So versatile, you can do so much stuff. And yeah, that's where the party's at. Now, I'm not going to get into too much detail, but in the past I've had 2 shoulder injuries, which is why I love training shoulders now, because I've made them so strong since the day they were injured, and I don't get no shoulder pains now. There are 4 muscles which make up the shoulder joint. Okay, we've got the subscapularis, the teres minor, the supraspinatus, and the infraspinatus. And if you damage one of these muscles, it will cause a disruption to your training. So the over and back exercise, which is the exercise that we're currently doing, is a great warm-up to prepare those muscles for what's about to come. Okay, so it is important that and you're going to see as we go through this workout, it is important to train angles when you work with shoulders. Let me just repeat the 4 muscles in the shoulder joint. So we've got the subscapularis, the teres minor, the supraspinatus, and the infraspinatus. So they're the ones that we need to protect the most. I can't exaggerate that enough. So this first exercise, the over and back, you've seen this in previous videos. We're doing 3 sets of 15 reps, and we're going to be having a 30-second rest period between sets. Okay, so this next exercise is the shoulder prone press. This is a fantastic exercise that really focuses on the scapula at the back of the shoulder, and again is a great warm-up for all those 4 little muscles that I spoke about in the first exercise. So you're gonna do 20 reps here. We're gonna do 3 sets. And it's really important to squeeze the traps at the top of this exercise. So right there is when you should be getting a nice little squeeze. It can seem quite hard at first, but the more you do it, the better you will become at it. It's as simple as that. And we're going to be resting for about 45 seconds to 1 minute. onto round 2. So at the end of the reps for this exercise, you want to be holding the exercise at the top for 5 seconds. If you're someone who struggles with posture, weak shoulders, this is just one of many exercises you can do to strengthen up those shoulders. And hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, on to round 3. In terms of the technique, you don't need to have your legs crossed. That's just the way I did it for this video. When you straighten the arm out, you want to point the arms up as high as you can to the ceiling. You want your arms to be above your ears, okay? So you want to create as much tension in those shoulders as you can. Good, right, so in order to prepare our body for doing the shoulder press exercise, we're going to be working on the raises, and again we're going to be working on those angles to prepare the shoulder for the big exercise. So the first one is seated lateral raises. We're going to be doing 4 sets of 15 reps. 4 sets of 15 reps. And I just want to point out as well, you do not need to go heavy on these next few exercises, okay? Just like flies, you don't need to go heavy. We're only working a small muscle in the shoulder here, the lateral part of the shoulder, so there is no need to go heavy. So we're going to do 4 sets, 15 reps, and we're going to have a 1-minute rest between sets. Okay, on to round 2, and just remember, okay, to keep your chest up and shoulders back for this exercise, and embrace your core. Keep your stomach in nice and tight. And you can see from my face in the mirror how much I'm focused during this movement. And again, you just want to have a slight bent arm, you want to have a slight soft elbow. So there's no need to full lock out at the elbow when you're doing this exercise. Okay, into our rest. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is seated alternating frontal raises. Now, notice the shape of my hand. Knuckle is up and I'm creating like a hammer sort of fist. Now, if you was to turn this out the other way, that would be a different angle. Then if you was to have the palms down, that would be a different angle as well. So we just work in this angle for today, but mix up your raises. You don't need to do the same raise. You can change the arm positioning, which makes a huge difference. So with this one, we're doing 4 sets, 16 to 20 reps. And we're going to have about a 1 minute 15 to 1 minute 20 second rest period. Again, if you need to take more rest, please do. It's completely up to you. This third set, I actually go a little bit, well, I say a little bit, I go a lot heavier. I wanted the 12.5s, but I ended up working with the 15s. Again, if you're not experienced, keep the weight low. You do not need to go too heavy. And with this one as well, it's nice to get a little lean back at the top. So as you raise that arm up, just lean the shoulder back just a little bit in order to really feel the stretch in the muscle that you're working. All right, guys, last set. Let's do it. All right, on to the next one. These are our Y raises. Y raises. Now, I've only started doing these within the last 2 years. Again, like I said, shoulders, all about the angles. Now, to be honest, looking at myself, I could slow this exercise down a little bit. So for you, I would suggest just slow it down just a little bit. That's just hindsight looking at my performance. So again, we're going to have a rest of about 1 minute 20 to 1 minute 30 seconds. Again, for these first 3 raise exercises, keep the weight light. Keep the weight light. You can see in this one, I do slow it down just a little bit. Okay, on to the main exercise of the day, seated press. This works the front of the shoulder and you're also hitting the traps and the triceps at the back of the arm. Just getting my elbow ready for the impact and also getting those wrists strapped up as well. so with this one, we're doing 4 sets of 12 reps. Nothing like a good Smith machine. If you've watched my chest video, you know that I'm a big fan of the Smith. And when you've got a proper one, it makes all the difference to your workout. Okay, so for our rest period, we're going to rest for 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's 1 minute and 30 seconds. And with this one, it does get harder as you go through, as it should. Don't be afraid to rack up the weight with this one as well. It's a fixed machine, so it doesn't involve much core work. Don't be afraid to rack up the weight and try get as many reps, as many clean reps as you can for 12. Okay, so next exercise we're going to do is upright rows. This focuses on the traps and the lateral part of the shoulder, so the side of the shoulder. And again, if you're quite new to training shoulders, I wouldn't recommend going too heavy on this exercise because if you don't have the strongest of shoulders, you might get a little twinge. So just be really mindful of that. So we're doing 4 sets of 12, and we're going to have about 1.5 minutes to 1:15 seconds rest. So 1:15 to 1:30 seconds rest. And yeah. On to round 2. Again, as you can see, this seems quite light. It was quite light. I wasn't pushing myself too hard on this exercise. So yeah, just be mindful of the weight that you're lifting. Back to the music. So I'm just increasing the weight here. Feel free to increase the weight as well if you want to. All right, good stuff. So on to our last exercise. This is one of my favorite raise exercises. This is called behind the back lateral raises. Now, 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗿 is actually a really good advocate of this exercise. He does this a lot during his workouts. This is a great stretch for the front of the shoulder, and we're also working the rear delts as well with this one. I love it. But again, if your shoulders are not that flexible, then I would suggest you don't do this exercise. This one's quite advanced. You're happy to have a go, but just be careful. Again, nice and light, not too heavy. Take your ego out of it. This is the last one. We're doing 4 sets of 15 reps, and we're going to have about 1 minute rest. You want to bring the weight behind your body to the back like so, and then we're raising up. So you might need to you see the angle of the dumbbell twisting there behind the back on the downward phase, and then bringing it up with the wrist down on the way up. You get a really, really good stretch with this exercise. I love it. And again, you know, if you've got any questions at all related to this workout, or any question related to shoulders in general, please let me know in the comments below. Okay guys, it is time to stretch out our shoulders. Now we're going to hold each one of these for about 15 to 30 seconds. There's no such thing as too much stretching, so if you need more time, please be my guest. You're going to bring your leg round and then lift the arm up as straight as possible. And the shoulder that is on the floor, make sure that it stays in line with your shoulder, if that makes sense. So you don't want it to go wonky either side of you. You want it directly straight out in front of you. And like I said, repeat more times if necessary. Thanks, guys.
Guys, if you like what I do and you like the content that I provide, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now. Hit that like button, leave us a comment. You know you want to. Stop playing hard to get. It's as simple as that. And that's where the party's at.